In late August 2017, far out in the Atlantic Ocean, a disturbance began to swirl. What started as a cluster of thunderstorms soon gained strength and form. Warm waters fed it, favorable winds shaped it, and the vast energy of the open sea transformed it into something terrifying, a Category 5 hurricane named Irma. It wasn't just powerful. It was historic. Irma became one of the strongest hurricanes ever recorded in the Atlantic Basin, packing winds of 185 miles per hour, maintaining that intensity for over 37 hours, longer than any storm in satellite history. The monster had awakened, and it was headed west.
The first to feel Irma's fury were the tiny islands dotting the northeastern Caribbean. Barbuda, a peaceful island of pastel homes and turquoise water, was reduced to rubble in a matter of hours. 95% of its structures were destroyed. Saint Martin, Anguilla, the British and U.S. Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico all faced the storm's unforgiving power. Roofs torn away. Boats flung inland like toys. Entire communities drowned beneath storm surge and wind-blasted rain. Electricity vanished. Roads disappeared. Families huddled in the dark, listening to the roar of a wind that never seemed to end. In some places, it sounded like a freight train had slammed into the earth and just kept going. Survivors stepped out into landscapes they didn't recognize. No trees, no power, no color. Just twisted metal, broken concrete, and silence.
As Irma carved its path of destruction, its cone of uncertainty stretched across the entire state of Florida. Millions watched in fear. Gas stations ran dry. Shelves emptied. Highways jammed as families fled inland and north, away from the looming catastrophe. Irma was a storm of indecision, shifting paths, wobbling slightly east, then west, then back again. Every update changed who was in the crosshairs. From Miami to Tampa, from Key West to Jacksonville, no corner of the state felt safe. Then the worst news came: Irma had set its sights on the Florida Keys.
On September 10, 2017, Hurricane Irma made landfall in the lower Keys. The eye of the storm passed over Cudjoe Key with winds still near 130 miles per hour, a Category 4 monster. Storm surge swallowed homes. Boats were stacked onto highways. Mobile homes flattened. Entire neighborhoods vanished under a surge of water and wind. Roads were split in half. Bridges damaged. Communication lines severed. But Irma wasn't done. It continued its march up the peninsula, losing strength but gaining size. It battered Naples and Fort Myers, flooded Tampa Bay, and even reached Georgia and parts of the Carolinas, bringing wind and flooding hundreds of miles from where it started.
When the winds finally died down, Irma had left behind a trail of devastation stretching over 1,000 miles. More than 130 people lost their lives, either directly or indirectly. Millions were left without power for days, some for weeks. In Florida alone, over $50 billion in damages were reported. Yet within the destruction, stories of resilience emerged. First responders braved floodwaters to save the stranded. Neighbors helped rebuild. Volunteers brought supplies to isolated towns. Strangers offered shelter, food, and comfort to those who had lost everything. The human spirit, battered but unbroken, stood tall amid the wreckage.
Hurricane Irma reminded the world of nature's awesome power. It showed how quickly lives could be upended. It exposed vulnerabilities in infrastructure, planning, and communication. But it also revealed courage, solidarity, and determination. The storm passed, but the memories did not. Even years later, in the hearts of those who lived through it, Irma still howls. The wind still echoes in the silence. And the sea, calm now, still holds secrets of the night it rose to claim the land.